Hello and welcome back to the Medcurity podcast, where it is our job to help you maintain and better your compliance posture at your healthcare organization. So today we will be talking about a very critical topic as well as a increasingly more common occurrence, and that is phishing attacks, the evolution of phishing attacks in healthcare. We will be exploring the latest tactics that cybercriminals are using, and we will discuss effective strategies and defenses to protect your organization. Phishing attacks have become increasingly sophisticated, and it is important to stay informed on the best practices to protect your patient data. So let's start by discussing what phishing attacks look like today. Traditionally, phishing attacks used to involve mass emails with very generic messages. However, modern phishing tactics have evolved. Cybercriminals now use highly targeted approaches known as spear phishing. They tailor their messages to specific individuals within an organization. So for instance, attackers might research a healthcare organization's staff on social media or LinkedIn. They'll then craft a very convincing email that appears to come from trusted sources like colleagues or vendors, and these emails will often include malicious links or attachments designed to steal your login credentials and or install malware onto your system. And the healthcare sector is particularly vulnerable to phishing attacks for a number of reasons. Since healthcare organizations handle vast amounts of sensitive data, including patient health records, financial information, personal details, etc., all of this makes them a prime target for cybercriminals. However, the urgent and fast-paced nature of healthcare can make it more difficult to catch and make staff in the healthcare space more likely to fall for phishing attempts. A successful phishing attack can lead to extreme and severe consequences, such as data breaches, financial losses, or damage to your organization's reputation. For example, in 2020, the University of Vermont Health Network suffered a ransomware attack after a phishing email was opened, and this attack disrupted hospital operations for weeks, delaying treatments and surgeries, and in the end, it cost the network over $63 million. Phishing tactics continue to evolve. Cybercriminals are constantly developing new strategies, and some of those latest tactics include things such as clone phishing, which is where attackers create a near identical copy of a legitimate email previously received by the victim. This may contain a malicious link or attachment, which they use to exploit the trust the recipient has in the original sender. Another example is business email compromise, where cybercriminals impersonate executives or trusted individuals within the organization to request sensitive information or financial transfers. And I've actually received these emails, so I totally understand how easy these could be to fall for. Finally, evolved tactics include smishing, which is phishing via SMS texting, and vishing, which is phishing via voice calls. Attackers often will pose as IT support and use that to obtain the individual's login credentials and get into the system to install malicious software. So how do we defend against these attacks as they become more and more sophisticated? It's super important for healthcare organizations to realize that they have to adopt a multi-layered strategy defending against these types of attacks. This should include regular training sessions to educate your staff about phishing attacks and phishing tactics, to keep it top of mind and always be on the lookout, and educate them on how to recognize suspicious emails or messages or calls. Installing tools for email filtering or other anti-phishing tools should be implemented in your organization. These kind of tools can help identify and flag potentially malicious emails before you access them. A third step is enforcing the use of multi-factor authentication in your organization, especially for individuals accessing sensitive systems and sensitive data. Just adding another layer of security. And finally, it's super important to develop and regularly update your incident response plan, especially for the case of phishing attacks, so that you can ensure that your employees know what steps to take if in the unfortunate circumstance that they have received a phishing email or clicked on a malicious link. That way they know what to do and you can remedy the situation appropriately. So all in all, the evolution of phishing attacks in the healthcare space demands that our organizations stay ever vigilant and proactive in their strategies and defenses against breaches and attacks. If we can understand these latest tactics, implement the suggested security measures, and foster a culture of awareness at our organizations, we'll be all the more prepared to better protect ourselves against these types of threats. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out. We are often helping healthcare organizations navigate these challenges and strengthen their cybersecurity posture. So we'd love to do that with you and for you as well. All in all, thanks for joining today's podcast. Until next time.